Yes, you are audible.
Okay, fine. So in case in between any problem is there, you please express using the chat box. So before starting ahead, can any of you just quickly uh, recollect and tell what all categories of miseries we discussed about yesterday, except Adi Devika because it is visible here only. So, can any one of you just please quickly tell what other kinds of problems we discussed about yesterday? We'll take one or two answers, then we'll start today's discussion. Even if you don't remember the technical name, you can just write down the English meaning of whatever was discussed. Anyone? We learn that all problems root cause is mind. uh who is this? Akshay. Okay. See, Akshay, uh, what you have said is almost correct. Akshay or someone else? Okay, Ashish. Okay. Ashish, see, we discussed that there are three types of problems. Out of them, one is Adhyatmika Klesh, which means problems arising from the mind and body. So that is one category of problems. It's not that all the problems are due to mind only. That is one category. And that is one very important category. But it's not that all the problems like this, if someone is having this earthquake or landslide, drought, that is not due to mind, right? That is imposed by nature. So similarly, this is Adi Daivika. The problems which arise from our own body and mind, they are called as Adhyatmika Klesh. And there is the third, one more category, which is called as Adi Bhautika Klesh, which means problems arising from others, either animals, other insects, or other human beings. So that these are the three categories. Apart from them, what are the four real problems that we discussed about? What are the four real problems that we discussed about yesterday? Anyone? Any of the four you can answer. Okay, tell a few of them. So one of the problem is birth that we discussed. Ah, very good. So you're answering birth, death. Very nice. What other two are real problems? Birth, death. Okay, I'll tell. So other two problems are old age. Other two problems are old age and disease. So in a nutshell, we discussed four real problems that are birth, old age, disease, and death. And apart from that, there are three kleshas. Klesha also means suffering, and they are Adi Bhautik Klesh, Adhyatmik Klesh, Adi Devik Klesh. Once I was hearing one seminar, so there the speaker told a very interesting point. He said, life is nothing but a journey from B to D. Life is nothing but a journey from B to D. What is B? B for birth and D for death. And what comes in between B and D? What comes between B and D is C. Correct. So C for choice. So I think Sujay has also heard. that part. Yeah. So life is a journey from birth to death, and in between it comes C, that means choice. So life is full of choices. So that was just as a on a lighter note. We'll start our session with some interesting videos about different cliches. I'll just play them. If you are unable to see or if there is some audio problem, na, please write in the chat box. You are able to see the video now? Chaitanya, Avinash, you can respond.
Video is visible. Is there supposed to be audio coming from this?
No, no, actually there is no audio only. Yeah.
Okay. Video is visible.
Forest fire. There's a forest fire. Very huge level of forest fire. Flood. See, even house was floating. My God. My God. Earthquakes. See how disastrous effects they may have in lives of people. These were some glimpses of Adhidevic Klish. Yeah. So now we'll discuss, can science provide solution to all these problems? See, although we are advanced in medical science and have latest technology at our disposal, we are so much advanced scientifically that we are planning to go to moon, We are planning to, we are, some people are there who have even bought, purchased land on moon, right? Some people have purchased land on moon, some big people, and they are planning to have later the whole civilization on moon and different planets. We are searching for life on Mars. So we are doing so much big things. That surely means we, our science should have answer to all these problems. So is it really like that? So many big technology we have, still our plans for good health and happiness are thwarted with newer and newer diseases. I don't think we need to discuss much about this. Recently we have very nice example of corona. Few years ago nobody knew about corona, but now the whole world is like stagnant because of this disease. So we are, surely we are advancing in our technology and our knowledge, our medical science, but it's as if nature is playing a game with us. Nature is giving us challenges. कि ठीक है, you find out solution, we will pose newer and newer diseases. So as we are advancing in our technology and science, the nature is also sending newer and newer diseases. There are many diseases like this chikungunya and like various flu, swine flu, all those things, Ebola. Nobody had ever heard of all these diseases even 20, 30 years ago. So that shows that there are always newer and newer diseases. Anyone knows who is this very great personality? Oh, name is there. So he's Muhammad, very world famous champion. So he used to say that I am the greatest, I am the greatest. He's calling like that. And currently he's facing Parkinson's disease and he can't even lift a cup of tea. Who used to smash people down on in boxing and he used to beat people, but now he's so much powerless that he can't even lift a cup of coffee. That's how nature plays with our lives many times. So why do even such great personalities suffer from problems? Right, we have so many examples, very big people. We, some of these people, they are role models for ordinary youngsters like us. Many of us have big role models, but many times we see that in their personal lives they are suffering from so many problems. Just now, like recently we heard one case of a very famous actor who committed suicide, right? There are many such examples. So people are, even such big people, they are also suffering from these kleshas. So why we are discussing this thing? Because we need to understand that these problems and kleshas are common to everyone. Nobody can escape them. It's common to everyone. We should not feel कि ये मेरे ही लाइफ में सारी प्रॉब्लम्स है. Many times people say ना कि सारे प्रॉब्लम्स मेरे ही लाइफ में क्यों पड़े हैं. It's not like that. Everyone is having all these problems in his life, just they are varying with time. The proportions are varying with time, but everyone is facing from problems. So has science found out the answer to all these problems? Let's see what scientist only says. So there is one famous scientist, I don't remember the name, but he says that we are so advanced that now we can fly in sky like a bird. We can swim like fish underwater using submarine. But the only problem is we can't walk on land like human beings. Just imagine what an irony. We can fly in the, we have so much technology to fly in the air, we have so much technology to go underwater. But are we comfortable in walking on our streets? There is so much pollution. There are some cities like Bombay, Delhi, what to speak of like cities in like countries like China, Japan. There is so much pollution that just living there is like, just breathing that air is like smoking cigarettes. There was one survey conducted where it was like revealed that many of these cities, just breathing there is like smoking cigarettes. So much pollution is there. Even like it's not about Bombay, cities like Bombay and Delhi only. Even our own cities also, if we go to some like urban area, very populated area, so much pollution is there. Industries, automobiles, so much pollution. So this is what our modern technology has brought us to. There is one place where there are 6 million tires. All the tires are discarded there, and there are hills. Just see these. I'll use the annotation. You're able to see these are humans. These are some people who are walking. So you can just imagine how big these hills are. And this is the whole hill made of tires. So many tires of rubber. Don't know what they're gonna do with all these tires. They don't degrade also, no? They are not biodegradable. Science has invented bombs that can only blast living bodies into pieces. But is there some science to create life? Can there is there some scientific technology that you just use some machine or you just take some pill that even dead person can come alive? No, it's not. Till now, we haven't got any such technology. So, it's not that science doesn't provide any solutions. Science does provide solutions, but those solutions don't go to the root of the problem. That is the difficulty. See, just like for example, if suppose we have a headache, okay. So if we have a headache and anyone knows what is the meaning of analgesic? Analgesic. Anyone from medical background, you might be knowing. Analgesic means there are some medicines like crocin, Ceridon, all these are analgesics. So what these analgesics do is they don't cure the problem. What they do is they affect the nervous system. See, there is a headache and there is a nerve. There is a nerve which enables us to feel that problem. Okay, मतलब एक नस रहती है, उस नस की वजह से हमको प्रॉब्लम का सेंसेशन होता है. So what these Saridon and crocin like medicines do, they don't cure the headache. वो जो नस रहती है ना, उस नस को सुन्न कर देते हैं वो. They just deactivate that nerve. Then what happens? Headache will be there and it goes naturally. But we stop feeling that headache. That's what these medicines do. For example, we have suppose some itching sensation is there on our body or some pain is there. So if we take some painkiller or we apply some cream, that itching sensation or pain will go away, but that doesn't go to the root of problem. That doesn't solve the problem. But if we do some proper treatment, if we do some course properly for a few weeks, then it cleans the blood and cleans the problem internally. So that is actual solution. But the solution that these such medicines provide surface on the surface, they just uh, help us overcome the symptom. They don't help us overcome the problem itself. So similar solutions science also provides. They are called as patch up solution. Okay, so we'll take some examples of what all patch up solutions to these real problems does science provide. And friends, like if you disagree from any point which we are discussing, please feel free to express. So old age. So for old age, what scientific solution we have? We use hair dye. ऐसे है क्या कोई आदमी हेयर डाई लगाया तो वो ओल्ड ही नहीं हो रहा है? No, right? What is happening? His hairs are not appearing white. That is the only thing. It's just a whitener of our hairs. Similarly, wrinkles are there, so use facelift. You'll get rid of the wrinkles. But does it overcome old age? Pain is there, take pain relief. Just like I gave example of analgesics. So as someone mentioned that it provides us an illusion, Sujay mentioned that this just gives an illusion कि ठीक है भाई, you're okay, you're not feeling any sensation, so you're okay. But that is not the final solution, right? Death, breathlessness, use oxygen tube. So oxygen tube is a solution, but it's very temporary solution. It can just postpone the death. It's not that you can just avoid the death using this. So science provides patch up solutions. We can patch up the problems to fool the people for some time, but the reality will soon be exposed. This is a very interesting story that there was one very beautiful queen, and she saw one very nice gentleman wearing a proper the whole metallic coat of fighter, and he was running going on a horse, and she decided that I will marry this person. But as soon as he revealed his actual self, as we can see in this second photo, then she realized that he is just an oldie who is about to die and he is having big belly. So that is his actual appearance. But because of the overall metal case, she could not realize. So similar case happens with us also. We feel कि yeah, we believe in science, and science can provide solution to all problems. So that is like this queen. But as soon as we try to analyze, if we go deeper, we will understand that science provides only patch-up solution. Just like in this case, the man's this metal case was the patch-up solution, which was hiding his actual reality. So that is the kind of solution which is provided by science. So superficial patch-up solutions cannot free us from suffering, cannot stop old age, cannot eradicate diseases per se. Per se means completely from earth. Hardly has understanding of life and death. There was like few years ago, scientists used to feel कि actual birth happens, actual consciousness the child gets after 7 months of staying in the womb. Then later it was discussed and some experiments were performed. Then they concluded that no, after 4 months the child gets consciousness. After that they come to 3 months. So they don't have actually any idea, any proper definite idea when does the child gets consciousness. So just imagine, suppose if there is a child, कोई नया बच्चा पैदा हुआ, and parents don't want that child. So what do doctors do? What do doctors do? अगर कोई लाइक देर इज अ कपल, उनको बच्चा नहीं चाहिए बट फिर भी बच्चा हो गया, तो डॉक्टर्स क्या करते हैं उस केस में? What is that term? What is that term called? Abortion. Correct. So that is abortion. But just imagine there is another couple who wanted a child. ठीक है, उनको चाइल्ड चाहिए था, बट बच्चा जो है वो अंदर से ही पेट से मरा हुआ पैदा हुआ. द चाइल्ड केम स्टिल बॉर्न. इट इज कॉल्ड स्टिल बॉर्न. So those parents go to the doctor. Can doctor provide life to that child? No, right? No matter how much the parents pay to that doctor, they can't provide, they can't bring back life to the child. So we can only, using our technology, we can only kill people. We can't give life to the people. So that way, science can't find solution to all these four problems. So this is the reason. What is the problem? What is why the problem is there? So there is one very nice analogy that, see, before that, let me discuss with you one thing. There are many countries like America and Europe, very advanced countries. They are so much advanced in technology. Right here also you can see in this photo. In this photo, what you can see, any observations anyone can make from this photo? What can you observe from this photo? Please express. There is no wrong or right. You can just express whatever you feel like, whatever you think from this photo. इस फोटो से क्या दिख रहा है, हमें क्या दिख समझ में आ रहा है? Anyone? We'll take one or two answers, then we'll go ahead. Quick, quick. See, if you are going for any interviews वगैरह ना, many times they give a photo and they ask you to uh, derive conclusions from the photo. So it is a very good exercise if you contribute in this. Just having lot of money can't make you happy. Very amazing, amazing answer. What about others? Any other observations which you can make? Nature makes happy. Correct. So I think Vineet has asked a question and Sujay is answering that. So having lot of money can't make you happy. Nature makes happy. So somewhat true. So from this photo, as Vineet very nicely pointed out, that this person appears to be very rich. He is living in such a posh bungalow in such a high-tech city, but still you can see that this person is very morose. So there are many people, many times Indians they go to West, they feel कि भाई हम अमेरिका में जाएंगे तो एकदम बस लाइफ परफेक्ट हो जाएगी हमारी. There will be no problem in our life. But many times we hear cases of people who say that after going to America, their life has become even more complex and even more troublesome. So why? What is the reason? Like all this scientific technology, everything we are doing to get happiness, but we are seeing that we are not getting happiness by all these things. There is, see, you can see in this photo, he is living in such a big city, so much like it's as if he is living in a city of gold. Pura baat chamak raha hai pura, but still he is morose, right? So even in our life, we also many times have many things with us, but still those things don't give us happiness. So to answer that, we come across a story of a fish. What happened? One fish thought, "Ki what I will do, I will come out of water." पानी में क्या, पानी में रह रहे के बोर हो गए अभी, सो हम थोड़ा बाहर निकलते हैं. बाहर इंसान लोग बढ़िया मजे करते हैं, एकदम टीवी देखते हैं, इंटरनेट यूज करते हैं, सिगरेट पीते हैं. सो दिस ocean life is very boring. So what that fish thought, I will come outside and I will enjoy life. I will take burger, I will take hot dog, I will watch movies, I will use smartphone, I will have lots of cash. So that fish came outside of water and tried to enjoy with all these things. But just think about it. Can a fish be happy with all these things? No, right? Unless the fish is in water, fish can't be happy. Similarly, actually this we'll discuss more elaborately in our further sessions, but just to give a short hint of our future discussions, this slide has been included. So I'll just read it out. Further discussions we'll have in the further sessions. Luxuries and comforts offered by science and technology cannot satisfy the soul. Okay, it cannot satisfy the heart. As much as a fish taken out of water cannot be satisfied by any kind of facilities for enjoyment. So, what this science and technology is giving us is this facilities for enjoyment, but it's not touching the soul, it is not touching the heart. Soul can only be satisfied and happy in spiritual world, which is his natural home, just like the natural home for fish is water. Just as fish will naturally be happy when put back in water. So at our level, we can understand, as far as now we are concerned, that only few things that can give us complete happiness. They are love, relationship, right? Love and relationship and contribution, sense of contribution. So these things actually give us happiness. Luxuries and comfort, they just pamper our body, they don't give us happiness. So that's where science and technology is limited. It gives us luxuries and comfort, no doubt. I'm giving you session because of this science and technology. So we can't just disregard science and technology as useless. It is very much useful. But the problem happens when we think that science and technology is only everything. And whatever science can't explain, that is useless. That is the problem. So we need to understand that there are few very important things in our life which cannot be explained by science and technology, and which they are very dear to our heart, like love, relationships, friendship, sense of belongingness, sense of contribution. So all these are real things which give us happiness. So the wise, they believe in God. Foolish, they have no faith in God. They think that science and technology is only everything. The wise live life according to laws of God. Foolish follows eat, drink, and marry philosophy. The wise, this is very important. The wise people, they remember the temporary nature of this world. Foolish people, they forget the temporary nature of this world and enjoy sinfully, not caring for the future. The wise people, they follow regulated life of principles and ultimately attain God. And foolish people are envious of others, live an unregulated life and go to hell. So this is the problem. See, once more I'll clarify that the problem is not with science. Science is a tool. Just like you tell me whether knife is good or bad. Knife is good or bad. Knife is helpful or dangerous. Knife is helpful or dangerous. Depends on user, exactly. So knife itself is not good, itself is not bad, but it depends in whose hand it is. If it is in the hand of a surgeon or a mother, then that knife will be helpful for us. That is an expression of care. But if the same knife is in the hand of a terrorist or some thief, then that same knife can take away our life. Similarly, science is a tool. Science and technology is a tool which can be helpful if the people using that science are cultured, if the people using that science have higher ideals in their life. But if the science is in the hand of people who are not proper in their principles, then that same science can be ultimately destructive to the whole society. And that's what we see in nowadays. So, someone said, I think Nelson Mandela or someone said sometime that currently the biggest problem is that we have guided missiles in the hands of unguided men. So I'll repeat again, we have guided missiles in the hands of unguided men. So that is our responsibilities. Now we are studying, now we are not like very much aged. So we have full energy and time with us in our life, and we are the future of the world. In future, we have to take different responsibilities in society. So if we maintain our principles, if we are cultured, then we will use all technology, all science, all tools for the benefit of the world. right? So it is very important that we learn all these things what we are discussing. The discussion is still not over. There are many deeper aspects which we'll discuss in our further session. So this meeting will get over. I request all of you to kindly rejoin. Will not take more than 5 minutes. I just want to check if there is some answer, questions, and we'll decide about our further session. So, is it okay if we have our session Saturday, next Saturday, same time? Okay, Akshay is okay. Others? Okay, Sujay is okay. Others? Rahul, Ashish.